What is going on, everybody? This is going to be my first YouTube video in quite a long time. I really wanted to have something that was consistently profitable to show you guys before really pumping content out like that. I didn't even want to just be like a little bit profitable. I wanted to be like grossly profitable, consistently profitable, and be able to show you guys a tried and true method before I really came and put content out here. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Antonio. I have been trading for about 7 years on and off, about full time now for about a year. And just this last month, I did about 13.9K in payouts total deposited into my bank account, not in just trading profits. So, what is really separating me from a lot of the majority of traders and people who are still struggling to become profitable? I'm going to kind of try and break that down as quick as I can in this YouTube video. And I'm really going to just try and post weekly videos for you guys. And this is really just my tried and true method to give to people. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. Do not trade ICT inverse fair value gap, although I will explain the similarities in my confluence to that confluence going further into the video. So without really further ado, that's who I am, guys, and let's get right into it. Okay, so just so you guys know, these are my payouts from the 23rd all the way to January 23rd. Totals in about 13.9K, and then there is that other payout above there on February 4th, which was just a few days ago. Okay, so this is just proof of concept for anyone who's not watching that doesn't know who I am or anything like that. And maybe towards the end of the video too, I'll just go over to my Top Step dashboard and show you guys because anyone can fake this. So anyhow, proof of concept here, guys. This is something that I have been consistently profitable doing for quite some time now and just feel comfortable enough to really share it with everybody. So, okay, road to profitability, guys. I want to make this as simple as possible for you, okay? What is a trade? I mean, a trade is you looking at something, making the decision, and then based off that decision, you're getting paid, right? That's literally the trade. You see the trade, you take the trade, you make money, okay? Now, when you are really getting into this stage of like you're trading consistently every single day, you know, you're going into the market with tenacity, you have a setup, you have a strategy, you kind of have everything together. There should really only be three to four. Oh, sorry, there's a typo there. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Let me just change that real quick. Okay, so there should really only be 4 outcomes to a trade. All right, a big win, a small win, break even, or a small loss. Now, that sounds easy enough when you really like explain it and you say it out loud, but we all know when you're trenching it out that a big loss is inevitable. Like it can happen, okay? And I'm going to talk about that going forward into the next slides and kind of really like what you can do to prevent that. So that's really the first breakdown, right? Okay, so you see the market, you're looking at the market, you have your strategy, you have your setup, you're taking that setup, and then based off of that setup, there should only be 4 outcomes to a trade, okay? And the reason most people aren't profitable is because they just take too big of a loss and they can't circumvent that loss back over time. And they're just constantly in this like weird stage where they're taking losses and they're taking wins, but they're not profitable. Okay. You want to shake that. And the biggest way to shake that is by just taking a small loss. Like I know it sounds ridiculous, but it really is what it is. Okay, so what you can control, the biggest and only thing you can control are your decisions and your decision making process. I don't care if there's typos in here. I was throwing this together pretty quick. So the biggest and only thing you can control is your decisions and your decision making process. Okay. Once you place the trade, the outcome of any given trade you're in is out of your control. And you need to accept this, okay? If you don't accept this, you're just not going to be profitable. Like, it's just how it is. This is the stock market. This is not, this is not, we're risk takers. We're risk takers, okay? That's what we are. There's no other way to really put it, okay? So the outcome of any given trade is out of your fucking control. Your decision-making process can be perfect, but things are still going to go wrong, okay? I apologize. Okay, so all right, road to profitability strategies and confluences. This is what everybody has been DMing me and shit. They're like, what the fuck do you use? How do you trade? Like, this is it, okay? And I want to explain kind of what I do versus the general, like, niche. What is the word for it? Like popularity. I'm trying to mainstream. The mainstream thing for trading right now is to trade ICT. Okay, that's what everybody is preaching right now. Inverse fair value gaps, all of this stuff. Okay, and straight up, like this stuff was not around when I started trading. If you guys remember the beginning of the video, it said I've been trading for quite some time. Michael didn't even exist. Like the guy who created ICT did not exist when I started trading. I didn't even know who this guy was until a year ago. Okay. So my entry models and the way I trade has not changed. Like and it never will. This works. Like I would never do something that I didn't know worked. Okay, that just plain and simple. I'm not trying to give you guys something that's difficult here. I'm not trying to really like go super into this. I'm not going to talk about draws on liquidity. I'm just not going to get super complex with it because you don't need to get complex to make money. Like if you stick to this, what I'm showing you right here, you will be profitable. I can almost guarantee it because I've mentored plenty of people and this works. Like this Elliott wave theory came out in the 1900s. It's over 100 years old. This strategy is tried and true over hundreds of years of data. Okay. So here we have the Elliott wave theory confluence, right? Confluence that I usually trade. So just explain like where my entry is and kind of where I would get into the market, right? I never trade this first push. Okay. I always wait for a consolidation and some kind of stop hunt, right? This would be your pullback here on the Elliott. Then when I get this push here and I start seeing buyers come back in, that's my kind of point of interest, my where I'm looking to get long, okay? And I'm either looking to get long here in this area on this push, or I'm looking to get long once we break this previous high. But sometimes I'll get long here and take the trade to the previous high, or I'll get long and then take it to a new high. Two completely like similar entries, just different exits. So with that being paired with the DOM, okay, I know so many traders who do not even use DOM, and it's crazy. Like DOM is sauce, it's coded. It literally tells you where the next candle closure is going to be. So when the DOM is open and the market is moving, basically you have the DOM that's just constantly moving up and down, is constantly fluctuating, and you can see where the draws on liquidity are in the DOM. It's super simple. Once you read the DOM and you're able to see, okay, this, and you see the market maker. You literally see the market maker moving orders. And then once you see that and you're able to really take control of like, all right, this is the DOM, the market maker is moving this way, then you have your setup, everything kind of aligns. That's it. That's what you need. That's what you need to get into a good trade. Okay. I don't want to touch too much on this short entry because I really want this to be like a video for beginners. I don't want them taking a bunch of different strategies and trades. This will come later when you guys are really good at trading the ups. Then you guys can get good at trading the XYZs and the corrective waves and getting in short. Okay, I'll make a completely different video on that, but let's just, let's keep it going. So here's your roadmap, guys. All right, here it is. Okay, I could fucking charge money for this. and it's simple stuff, but at the same time, it's like, I know so many people who will do this. What I'm doing in this video, they'll charge people one-on-one for. Okay. So I really wanted to just come out here and give you guys this as a gift. Like, here it is. This is how I've made money, and this is the roadmap. Okay. So trade one confluence till profitable on a singular account. Remember, there are only 4 outcomes to a trade. Like in the previous slide, you either have a big win, a small win, a break even, or a small loss. The only thing you can control in this arena are your decisions. Don't screw yourself. So what I really wanted to touch base on too, because we were talking about that in the other slide, was the big loss. It's gonna happen, fam. There's so many emotions going on. Like, it's hard to control everything on a day-to-day basis, okay? So the only thing you can control are your decisions. You control that. You are in control of screwing yourself, okay? So if you don't put a stop loss, or you don't get out of the trade at a small loss, that is your fault, G. That is your fault, okay? And that's probably one of the main reasons why people are not profitable, okay, is they aren't sticking to this game plan, okay? If you stick to this game plan, you're going to make back your loss the next day, because your edge is going to consistently perform no matter what. And that's trading, okay? You have the ups and you have the downs. You win some, you lose some, as long as the outcome is income, okay? Stick to one session and one draw on liquidity. I will talk a little bit about draw on liquidity in another video, but let's just, for now, we'll keep it to sticking to one session. Stick to New York AM or Asia or London. Stick to one session. Do not trade multiple sessions during the day. Get comfortable with the trading range of that session, how much average fluctuations are for that session, and just understand the trading range and where you're trading at on a day-to-day basis. All right. Now, don't scale more accounts after your first payout. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. Wait till you have consistent payouts, like real proof of concept, then scale. Then make the big money, okay? Understand where you're at in your trading journey and set achievable goals you can reach every day. The 10K month will come, guys. For now, you need to understand where you're at, okay? Most people with trading, they're not at the stage where they're buying a Lambo or they're going out there and they're wanting to do that. Now, that's the dream. That's what everyone wants to do with trading. Don't get me wrong, but you need to scale. You need to understand where you're at in your trading journey and build realistic goals that you can achieve on a day-to-day basis, on a weekly basis, and on a monthly basis, and then scale up from there. Get bigger with your dreams, get bigger with your goals as your trading progresses, okay? There will be a monthly burn, even when you're profitable. Treat this like a business, okay? A lot of people don't talk about this, okay? There will be a monthly burn. I'm profitable. A lot of my boys are profitable, and it's a consistent game of cycling these accounts. Do not get sad or get mad over losing a funded. Do not get happy when you get funded. Keep it center. Keep it center. Trade from a very stoic point of view, and you guys are going to be fine, okay? It's all numbers and a means to an end, guys. These accounts are soldiers in a war. We're going to lose some, okay? Now, trade management. This is important, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this, or they just fail to talk about it. Always trail profit in a winning trade. Like, I know some traders don't like to do that, and I see it a lot too on Instagram. The guy will be up 50 ticks, and it will go right back to break even, and he will have captured nothing. And it just doesn't make sense. Like, you're sim farming on a funded account. This isn't a live account, okay? You're not trailing the winning day? Like, are we serious? Okay. Anyhow, that's the trailing the profit, okay? The more risk-free trades you take, the better. Seriously, never be afraid to move your stop to break even or in profit. Like, do not be afraid to do that. Please do not be afraid to do that. You need to take the unrealized gains. If you don't take the unrealized gains, you're not profiting. Like, shit. Okay. understand that the singular trade and trading session will not be the end all be all unless you make it that way. Okay. When I was younger, a lot of these sessions, I would get caught in them and I would be up thousands and then I would be down thousands. And you just can't let what they're selling you on the daily time frame be so consistent with how much you care about your progress. Okay. It's a day-to-day function. You're not going to win every day. And like this singular trade that you're taking, you're not going to remember in 2 weeks. You're not going to remember in 3 weeks. You're not going to remember in 4 weeks. Even if you journal it, you're going to have to go back to remember it. Lots of trades we're taking, guys. I mean, even if we're just taking one A plus setup a day over a 2 week period, you're just not going to remember your setup that you took 4 weeks ago. It's just not going to happen. So just understand that like the singular trading session is not that big of a deal, and don't let it drag you into tilts. Don't overtrade. Don't do all of those things, and you'll be fine. Seriously, it's really just a matter of not doing the fuck ups and doing more of what is not fucking up. Seriously, you just kind of have to like work it backwards. You're like, okay, what would be the worst possible trade for me to get in? Well, I'd get in at the top of the range. I'd get in late after my confirmation. And then you work backwards and you just do exactly what you wouldn't do. Seriously, like that is some goated advice that someone gave me. And it really has stuck with me to this day. So now, once you're funded, farm base hits. Always trail your winning day. Even if you're in a great trade, just trail the winning day. Again, too many people I see their trades just go back and they could have had the winning day and moved into the next session. They're sitting there getting in another trade. Like, it's just, come on, guys. 1 to 2 days out of your 5, you will need to build buffer for payout. Like, absolutely need to. And then there are days when you take base hits and you let your trades run. And the better you get at identifying this, the better your trades will be. So, what do I mean by this? The things that I mean by this is like there are days where the market is running and it is a great day to buy evals, pass accounts, get those trails, and really like let your trades run. And then there are days where the market's choppy. It's not really giving you much. Those days are base hit days where you just take your win and you walk away. Now, I think that's it, guys. I just really wanted to get this out there and make this video for everyone. And I hope this was of help. I mean, even if I can impact one person, I've done my job. So anyhow, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope this was a great week for you trenching it out. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video, boys.